Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Since 1990, Europe Express has provided high quality custom travel to Europe, offering everything from budget friendly getaways to luxury experiences across Europe's most popular destinations. With a knowledgeable team of Europe specialists and operations offices in both the US and across the pond in Europe, we work exclusively with you, our travel advisor community, to craft one-of-a-kind itineraries tailored to your client's unique tastes and interests. Our goal at Europe Express is simple: to help you impress your clients with seamless, personalized travel every time. My name is Kelsey Austin, and I am thrilled to be with you today to introduce you to Europe Express, all of the products and services we offer, and help you get started booking amazing custom experiences to impress your clients. Now, I work on the marketing team here at Europe Express and have the awesome job of pulling together a lot of the educational materials and resources like these here webinars. But in my former life, I was a travel agent myself, and I remember the stress and the time suck of trying to piece together these itineraries for Europe, even if it was a destination I knew really well, especially during high season. That was just not hours that I had in the day to piece together. So the time savings and the stress that a partner like Europe Express kind of took off my plate was a huge savings for myself and my sanity a little bit as well. So I hope that that's the same for you. My favorite destination in the world is Edinburgh, Scotland. If you haven't been, I absolutely love it and recommend it. Send all of your clients there. It is my happy place. But of course, I'm hard pressed to pick a singular favorite destination in Europe because we have an amazing collection of destinations and experiences on offer that we'll share a little bit more about today. Now, we are recording this webinar, so if you do have to step away, take a call, do what you got to do, you can always return to the webinar or view the recording. We have a pretty robust webinar library, so you can access both this webinar recording as well as other training materials like destination deep dives or expertise on marketing Europe or some selling tips, all kinds of great stuff in our webinar library. So make sure you have access to that. And our chat box is open, so please add all of your burning questions about Europe Express. Plot those in there throughout the presentation, and we'll absolutely have time at the end to go through and make sure all of your questions are answered, or I can at least make sure you get to the person that can answer the questions for you. So today we'll kick things off with a quick overview of us at Europe Express, who we are, what we do, and the full range of products and services that we offer our travel advisor partners. We'll also dive into the top travel styles that we see trending with today's clientele, which ranges from family vacations, faith-based tours, culinary getaways. There are so many different and unique and special ways to connect with Europe. And we all know our clients are all very different expectations and needs. And so we'll kind of cover off some of the more popular styles of travel that we're seeing. Of course, we'll have some resources that I'll share with you if you're starting to build your business with Custom Europe and are looking for some more, resources and expertise at your fingertips. I'll show you where to find that, and of course, some plenty of time at the end for Q&A. So without further ado, let's introduce you to us at Europe Express. Now, at Europe Express, our expertise and our passion is all about helping travel advisors design custom European vacations that connect clients with the culture, the people, the history, the natural beauty, and of course, the incredible food throughout Europe. I travel with my tummy. I don't know about you all, but I love nothing more than a good foodie tour, no matter where I land in Europe. We work exclusively with travel advisors like you, and we can manage every element of your client's itinerary. So our ultimate goal is to take the stress off of your plate and help you impress your clients with thoughtful, seamless, unforgettable travel experiences, no matter where they're off to. Now, as your one-stop shop for custom travel to Europe, we offer a full range of customizable services to build that perfect itinerary for your clients. From airfare and rail to immersive sightseeing and stunning hotels, we can help you craft those tailored experiences that impress your clients and keep them coming back year after year. Now, let's take a moment to highlight what truly sets Europe Express apart in the market and why travel advisors choose to work with us again and again. First and foremost, we are exclusive to travel advisors. We don't market to consumers at all, so you can feel confident knowing you'll never be in competition with us. You can send your clients links to itineraries on our website without fear that they're going to, contact us for a quote directly. If they don't have an IATA or a CLIA or True number, they're not going to get anywhere contacting us directly. Everything we do is designed to support your business and help you succeed as a travel advisor selling custom Europe. And as the name suggests, we are the specialists in Europe. It's all we do, and we do it well, if I do say so myself. We have over 30 years of experience in this business, and our team has deep destination specific knowledge and insights to help you craft trips that go far beyond the basics. We also have a dedicated private groups team. We all know private groups is amazing way, to build your business as a travel advisor. So whether you're working with a leisure group, a church group, affinity group, a big multi-generational family trip, we have an in-house staff of group experts that will help you manage all of the details and logistics and deliver a seamless experience for your private groups. We also offer hand-selected products and services. We partner with trusted local suppliers across Europe, and we personally vet our hotels, our tours, our transportation options. We all know in the travel industry, it is a relationship-driven business, and that is true for us on the sales side just as much as it is on the product and operational side. So that means you're not going to get very generic packages from us. High quality, curated components is what we are determined to offer for you. And we vet out those partners every year to ensure that they are maintaining that high standard that we know you and your clients expect. And last but certainly not least, a fan favorite of our travel advisors is that we do offer your clients in destination support anytime, day or night. This is the only scenario where we would reach out and work with your clients directly is if they are in Europe and maybe there was a strike or a train was canceled, some wrench got thrown in their plans while they're in Europe. They've got a phone number they could call 24 hours a day and they can get help on the day, make sure that they get sorted, or we can support them with any change of plans they need to make, and saves you from being on the receiving end of that panicky phone call or email while your clients are over in Paris or Berlin, wherever the case may be. Now, if you're new to Europe Express, you might be familiar with some of our sister brands. We are part of the Travelopia family of brands, which represents a wide array of experiential travel brands based all over the world. So we have that backing and support of our parent company, but each brand, including Europe Express, we operate independently and we just get to focus on being the best at what we do. Now, if you've been around or seen our website over the last couple of years, you will have seen some big overhauls in our technology. And as that continues to evolve, and we're really proud of all the leaps and bounds we've made in the tech space, one thing hasn't changed, and that's that we're a people-first company. Relationships are really at the heart of what we do, and we're really proud to have a US-based team to support you every step of the way. It all starts with your locally based business development manager. We have a team based across the country in all the different regions that we operate. So whether you're new to Europe or you're scaling up your sales or somewhere in between, you have a business development manager to do exactly as the name suggests. Develop your business, help you with marketing, training, whatever support you need to elevate your custom Europe sales. Your business development manager is your first point of contact for all things Europe Express. And once you're ready to jump in and submit a quote request, you'll be connected with one of our experienced Europe experts. We call our Europe specialists. And there is no need to start from scratch with every single quote. The specialists that you work with, if you guys get along, you get to know each other's style and what your clients typically like, you can keep going back to that same Europe specialist again and again. So this really offers true continuity and personalized support support. It makes it so much easier for you on the booking side just to have a go-to point person that understands you and your clients, really streamlines everything. And that's where we really see the most success from our travel advisors, is when they have that go-to specialist that they can work with again and again. Both of our teams, our business development team and our specialists, are strategically located across time zones in the US. So no matter where you're based, there will be someone available when you need them. All right, now we wouldn't get too far without our Europe-based team. Our operations are headquartered in Barcelona, Spain, so we really have a finger on the pulse of what's going on in the destinations we operate and have that very strong local presence in Europe. Our team constantly vets and enhances our product portfolio to make sure we're offering high quality options for your clients, that we're keeping up with travel trends. And we have product managers who focus on one specific country or region to maintain those strong relationships with our trusted suppliers and ensure that every hotel, tour, and transfer meets our and your high standards. And once your clients are in destination, this is also the crew that is managing our 24/7 in-destination support line, so they can assist with any issues or emergencies that may come up. So it gives you and your clients true peace of mind while traveling. Now, there are two sides to the Europe Express coin. The first is FIT, that fully independent travel. Whether your clients want to explore one iconic city, a collection of regional highlights, off the beaten path, or multiple countries in a single trip, we offer access to a wide range of competitive rates on all of the travel components that you can book with us online, over the phone, or via email, whatever method suits your business model best. Our US-based team of specialists is made up of experts who are available to you to assist every step of the way, because we know booking a custom trip is not a transactional experience. Things are going to evolve and change over time. So you've got that point person to help you every step of the way to ensure that smooth planning and peace of mind. And from a business standpoint, it makes it super easy. You're getting one commission check, all in US dollars. You're not chasing from different DMCs and different currencies. Keeps it all in-house and really streamlines that kind of administrative process, and making sure you get commissions in a timely manner. Now, the other side of the Europe Express coin is our private group department. We offer end-to-end expertise for groups of 15 or more travelers. So I know with cruises, they usually go by number of rooms. We do go by number of travelers. So 15 plus, we've done everything from, group of 16 multi-gen family, all the way up to hundreds of travelers in a school group perhaps, and just about everything in between. So whether it's a special interest tour, a student trip, a church group, wine club, whatever the case may be, we can provide a truly custom approach to what those clients need. Our dedicated team works exclusively on group travel as well. So this is not just a side service at Europe Express. It really is our specialty for this department. We understand the logistics, the pacing, and all the flexibility that's required to make groups function in Europe. And we can offer any recommendations and expertise on hotel selection, private sightseeing, custom meals, transportation. I work with this group building our FAM trip programs, and they are walking, talking encyclopedias of knowledge about how to navigate Europe in groups. So if you are looking to build your business selling private groups, or maybe you already do some river cruise groups in Europe and are looking to offer more pre-post, absolutely keep us in mind. What's also really unique, I think, about how we operate private groups is that each group has a team of 3 that's managing it every step of the way. So no matter where you and your group are at in the process, you have a lot of support behind you. So it all starts with our sales team. You'll have a Europe specialist from our private groups department as your consultant. They'll build each itinerary. They'll provide some recommendations and kind of fill in the gaps, offer some options that your clients might not have thought of yet, to really elevate each experience and put together an itinerary that ticks all the boxes for your group. Once that's all locked in, the booking will move to our operations team to manage all of the logistics, including, passenger details, processing payment, any changes or special requests that need managing. You've got an operations person that is just focused on those logistical booking elements of the trip. And then, of course, once your clients take off for Europe, you have a Europe-based logistics manager, which is such an amazing peace of mind to have someone, in the time zone where your group is to offer that destination support. You've got them as an emergency contact, so you can sit back, relax, and ensure that the trip is going to operate smoothly. Now, custom travel, whether it's FIT or private groups, it offers some unique advantages that truly elevate your client's experience. And here's why I find that it's such a powerful option to offer your clients. Unlike fixed departures on cruises or guided vacations, custom travel really allows your clients to tailor make at each itinerary to exactly what your clients are looking for. My idea of a dream trip to Italy may vary drastically from yours or your clients. So there is no copy paste cookie cutter itineraries here. We build everything from the ground up to make sure that it suits your client's interests and their budget. And unlike fixed departures, custom travel allows your clients to depart any day that suits them. This flexibility means no waiting around for a tour date to confirm. It makes travel planning a lot easier and more convenient. We all have really busy schedules, and if we're trying to line up our work conference and the kids' soccer camp and find a date that aligns with a fixed dated tour, it can be really, really tricky. So this is a wonderful way to maximize your client's vacation time, having that flexibility to depart any day that suits them. Custom travel also provides ultimate access to Europe, really peek behind the curtain and connect with the culture of Europe. Traveling custom, you can reach destinations and opt into experiences that larger coaches or cruises just simply can't offer due to the size. Take the Amalfi Coast, it's a perfect example. Coaches have really strict limitations on accessing the Amalfi Coast. With custom travel, clients can explore all those hidden villages and secluded beaches off the beaten path without any of those logistical concerns and restrictions. And our product team is passionate about partnering with locally owned hotels, tour operators, and vendors. So this approach not only guarantees authentic, high quality experiences based in, what locals want to show off about their hometown, but it also ensures more of your clients' travel dollars stay and benefit local economies. So this supports the local communities, gives travelers more of a genuine connection to the heart of the destination, and ensures that these beautiful places are going to be around for generations to come. Now we know that every client is different. My dream vacation may differ from someone else's or my fiance's, as I'm discovering as we try to plan our honeymoon. But we make sure that every client of yours has the European experience that they're looking for, whether they're foodies and want to dive deep into the culinary scene of Europe, or maybe they're big into wine and want to plan a whole wine tasting trip. If they're art lovers, culture vultures, history fanatics, of course, Europe is ground zero for so many incredible art museums, history walks. We can do skip the line behind the scenes museum tours, some amazing ways to really connect intimately to the history of Europe. Of course, Europe is a playground for family and multi-generational travel. So we can find those itineraries that are truly fun for the whole family and tick all the boxes regardless of the age range that your clients have traveling with them. And of course, Europe is the perfect destination for romance travel or honeymoon, and price point wise can be just as competitive as a honeymoon in the Caribbean or places closer to home that your clients might be considering. A lot of advisors come to us for the first time for pre and post cruise bookings. Maybe they're looking for an extension or visiting another city before or after their cruise that the cruise line doesn't offer. We don't have a minimum night or a minimum dollar spend. So if your clients, if their cruise ends in Vienna and they want to extend and visit Prague, even if it's just a 2 or 3 night stay, we can absolutely help you there. Film location tourism has also grown leaps and bounds in recent years. There's some really cool tours out there that feature, the filming locations of movies and TV shows, both classic and current, which is a really fun way to kind of mix up the sightseeing experiences in Europe. And of course, there is Disneyland Paris. Perhaps your clients, they've already done both US parks, they've done a cruise, they've really worked through that Disney bucket list. Why not offer them an amazing experience at Disneyland in Paris? We have the passes and tickets that they need, the transportation to get them from Paris closer to right to the gates of Disneyland. Such a cool, kind of bucket list item for Disney fans across the US. And of course, Europe offers some amazing, serene coastal retreats, world-class spa experiences where clients can unwind and recharge and really soak up the beauty of Europe's shoreline, no matter if they're in Scotland or Greece or anywhere in between. Now, as you might be figuring out now that we do offer a lot more than just flight and hotel packages, at Europe Express, we provide a full suite of travel services, from our handpicked accommodations, private or small group sightseeing, rail transfers, and much more. We make it easy to impress your clients with seamless custom itineraries all under one roof. So first and foremost, let's talk about accommodation. We offer accommodation for every budget, 3, 4, and 5-star hotels in several service categories. So regardless of where your clients fit, in that range, we have accommodation that will match what they need. We can accommodate families in larger room types that can be harder to source in Europe. And our technology has come a long way in ensuring competitive pricing and quick confirmation to ensure that we can get your bookings locked in and get your clients deposits on file for those bookings. We can book hotels individually, so if you just need a few nights, we can help you there. Bookings don't have to have, every single component for it to be valid with us. And if you are not finding the hotel that you want online, or if your clients have a particular specific hotel in mind, if you don't see it online with us, it doesn't mean that we don't have the ability to offer it. So just let your specialist know that, my clients are really interested in this specific hotel, or they want to be right on this square. Definitely let us know. We can always source accommodation options, even if it's not, showing on our website. Now, when it comes to offering accommodation to your clients, my top recommendation as a former advisor is to make your clients accommodation an epic part of their travel experience. They need to have a place to sleep on vacation. Might as well make it an amazing part of the overall trip with a specialty stay. So we can mix and match accommodation options here. Maybe your clients are a little bit more budget minded. They're doing 3 and 4-star hotels throughout, but you want to spoil them for the last couple nights at a castle hotel in Ireland before they fly home from Dublin. We have some really amazing options to give your clients a bit of the royal treatment in Europe. Team favorite pictured here is Logue Castle in Ireland, but of course, this is just one of many amazing options. We also offer some great boutique hotels. Guests should wake up in the morning and know that they're in the Loire Valley of France or the Scottish Highlands, not just a standard hotel that could be anywhere. So boutique hotels with Europe Express are really connect to the culture, and you wake up in the morning, knowing exactly where you are. The locations are ideal for these types of boutique hotels. You're a 5-minute walk from the Uffizi Gallery in Florence. You can enjoy views of the Duomo from this particular hotel, and just really enjoy all of the highlights that make that destination truly unique, and that hotel is going to reflect that. And of course, we have grown leaps and bounds in our portfolio of 5-star stays. Right now, we have over 60 luxury 5-star properties. This is one in Budapest, really cool, more Art Deco, but definitely a luxury experience. Some of the newer additions to our 5-star preferred hotels. So preferred hotels are ones where we have a direct contract with that hotel in particular. So that's where you're going to get the the best rates, and we can confirm those very, very quickly. Adair Manor in Ireland is one of our new ones. Beautiful, beautiful property. Also, the Claris Hotel and Spa in Barcelona, amazing rooftop pool right in the heart of the Gothic Quarter. And the Athenaeum Hotel right in Mayfair, London. You're just a stone's throw from some of London's most iconic destinations. And it's such a cool hotel. They're very sustainability minded. You can see this live garden wall. It's such a cool space. Now for the fun part, my favorite thing to talk about is all the sightseeing and activities that we have on offer in Europe. Currently, we have over 600 sightseeing options available in Europe, ranging from a hop-on, hop-off tour and fast-track entrances to private, really bespoke tours and everything in between. Of course, some of the more popular sightseeing options like touring the Colosseum, Vatican City, going up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, those are always available, but we have plenty of specialty tours to really take your clients off the beaten path as well. So our sightseeing and activities range from private to coach tours. Private tours are really amazing. Nothing beats that expertise and insight of having a private guide. It's like having a best friend in the destination to show you all of the best bits of their hometown. Small group tours have grown hugely in popularity as well. Small group for us, we're looking about 6 to 20 something travelers in a small group tour. And this is a really awesome social way for your clients to experience a destination. They'll be able to connect with like-minded travelers, probably from all over the world. So you could still have that unique cultural connection and deep dive on a smaller group. But it's a bit more of a budget-friendly option compared to having a private guide. And of course, we also offer what we call seat and coach tours. This offers a great budget-friendly way to explore the key attractions of a destination. A lot of tours like this operate as both like a tour guide and your transportation option. So I love doing this, especially on day one of a new destination. You can kind of get my bearings, learn a little bit about the heart of the city, and know that you can, hop off at any point, grab a bite, explore a little bit more, and hop back on. Offer some great flexibility. Now, if out of our suite of 600 and something sightseeing experiences doesn't hit the mark for what your clients are looking for, there might be something really unique or off the beaten path that they want. Absolutely raise that up with our specialist. Just because you don't see it online doesn't mean we can't go out and get it. So we do offer what we call custom service requests, or CSRs is our shorthand for that, where we can reach out to that local vendor in Europe, figure out if we can grab that sightseeing activity or that hotel, whatever the case may be, and lock in pricing in US dollars and add it to your booking for you. Now, in terms of transportation, we offer shared, private, and executive transfers to make sure your clients get safely from one point to another. And this can go pretty far beyond just the airport pickup and hotel drop-off. We can take clients to and from train stations, cruise ports. We've had clients in Europe for a destination wedding that need to go kind of, out in the countryside. Wherever it is they need to go, we can offer transfers to get them there. For your clients who are braver than I am, want to get behind the wheel in Europe, they can feel free to do so. We can help assist them with the car rental. They can be round trip or one way. We can offer some recommendations on the logistics or the best pickup points so they're not grabbing the car right in the middle of the chaos of Rome or what have you. We can offer add-ons like a GPS system, car seats if they need, and rental car insurance comes standard as part of any car rental quote that we provide. And that brings us to rail. So when clients choose to vacation in Europe, odds are they'll travel by rail at some point during their stay. It's easy, it's quick and affordable, it's really scenic, and not to mention a really eco-friendly way to get from point to point in Europe. Now, rail is a product that cannot be booked standalone with us at Europe Express. There does need to be other product components on the booking in order for us to lock in rail for your clients. The cost of the total itinerary must be 2.5 times more than the rail total. I know that sounds kind of complicated, but don't get too hung up on the math. If you're booking hotels in, say, London and Paris, and you need the Eurostar to connect the two, normally you are already, meeting that requirement without any worries. Now, there's a few options for rail that we can offer. The first option that is pretty popular is a rail pass. So a rail pass will be valid for a specific country or a region like Spain and Portugal, where you can travel anywhere on that network within X amount of days. So depending on what your client's itinerary is, how many destinations they're looking to go to, a rail pass might be a really cost-effective option for them. But we can also offer point-to-point tickets as well. If your clients just need to get from London up to Glasgow, and that's the only train journey they need, we can certainly help with that individual ticket that they need to. But also to keep the Eurostar in mind. The Eurostar, or the Channel, as it's kind of colloquially called, is the underground train that connects London and Paris and London and Brussels. And it really is an experience, all on its own. So if your clients are looking to visit the UK and mainland Europe, definitely keep the Eurostar in mind. Now, just to flag again, there are those minimum requirements for booking rail with Europe Express. I've got another slide at the end that kind of lists all of this out. So I'll pause on that slide in just a minute if you need to take a screenshot or jot down some notes. Now, of course, we got to get your clients across the pond to Europe. So for FIT itineraries, we pay 5% commission on air, no matter the class of service. You are not required to book airfare with us at Europe Express, but just to know that you will get commission on airfare, either way you slice it, whether you're on a published fare or contracted. We do work with all major transatlantic carriers and a lot of the regional carriers within Europe. Sometimes it's just going to make way more sense to take a little hopper flight from, Nice to Paris, whatever the case may be. So we can help with those regional carriers as well, not just the transatlantic. And there is minimum requirements for our contracted air. So we can book published air. There's no caveats or fine print to it, but on our contracted air, as you can see here, there are a few, kind of caveats to it or requirements to validate that contracted air. But if there's any confusion with this, your specialist will absolutely talk you through and will be able to flag to you if, maybe we're not meeting the minimum requirements here. Let's look at adding, this tour or something to make sure we're hitting that total spend, whatever the case may be. And last but certainly not least, travel insurance. We recommend all travel advisors offer their customers travel protection when they go anywhere internationally. From lost luggage to medical emergencies, unforeseen issues can happen when they're least expected, and adding that travel protection can take a lot of worry and stress out of a vacation for your clients. I always recommend adding travel insurance to the initial quote, even if your clients haven't specifically asked for it. That way, the very first price they see is super comprehensive and is already going to include that travel insurance that they need. Our travel protection plans are administered by TripMate, so that's who our partner is. And we do offer a couple different policies as well. And we can send you more information if you want to kind of look into the fine print of travel insurance and the differences between the standard and cancel for any reason policies. All right, so as promised, I did want to just kind of recap those elements that have a minimum requirement. That would be our rail and contracted air. So I'll hover here for just a second if you want to take a couple notes, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do, let you kind of jot down what you need to know for those minimum requirements, and then we'll move on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you well know, as a travel advisor, every client is different, and traveling custom with Europe Express allows you to really make sure that your clients have the European experience that they're looking for, whether that means checking out lesser known attractions, planning the perfect honeymoon, or anything in between. We can accommodate travelers who are craving a little bit more adventure, just want a relaxing beach getaway. And of course, we can even help with those Disney fans looking to experience Disneyland Paris. But far and away, the most popular travel style that we've seen in recent years is anything food, wine, beer, and spirits. I mean, it makes sense. The culinary scene in Europe is so varied and amazing. You have to eat when you're traveling, so you might as well make it a really epic part of the experience. I know one of my favorite experiences that I got to do just a few months ago was this beer and tapas tour in the beautiful city of Prague. I had no idea how much of a proud like beer history there was in Prague, and this got me visiting some. Beer halls and neighborhoods that I never would have stumbled on my own. And there is some delicious food that pairs perfectly with the kind of light Pilsner Czech beer that they're so famous for. So yeah, food in Prague is definitely having a moment, and this is a really fun way to like learn more about the beer culture and have some delicious food too. So for clients who want to maybe roll up their sleeves and kind of get into the mix, they can learn how to make some amazing traditional foods in Europe. We offer tapas cooking classes. Seville is this example, but we have this on offer in many cities in Spain and in other destinations. And what an amazing souvenir to come home with these knowledge of how to make traditional tapas. You've got a local chef by your side to teach you how to make them. You'll be able to sip some sangria along the way, and of course, eat some delicious traditional Spanish bites. Now, multi-generational travel is also a huge kind of part of our business at Europe Express. And it makes sense, especially since the pandemic. We've seen clients who really want to kind of go big with their family vacations. And it should be fun for the whole family. I know what the kids are interested in versus the parents or grandparents can vary quite a bit. And we can put together itineraries that suits everyone's interests and gets everyone excited to visit Europe. One of my favorite examples of this that really is fun for the whole family is we can offer your clients a trip to gladiator school in the heart of Rome. So the kids get to dress up like gladiators. They'll learn some of the traditional gladiator skills. There's a museum that they'll visit as well, so they can understand more about Roman history and all of the other, amazing parts of Rome that they've probably seen but maybe didn't understand. So this is an awesome tour to really connect kids 6 and older to the history of Rome. And we've also seen huge growth in special event travel. So whether it's something traditional like Oktoberfest or Edinburgh's military tattoo to things like concerts or a soccer game, we've seen clients kind of use that event as the linchpin of the entire trip and build their itinerary around going to a music festival or going to a big sport event. So we can help with those as well. 'Tis the season for Oktoberfest. It starts in just a little over a month. We highly recommend booking an introductory tour like this one for clients going to Oktoberfest. The tents really are that busy and crowded. It can be a little overwhelming if it's new. So coming at it on day one with a guide to really understand the history of the festival, kind of navigate the grounds. Of course, they're going to get to enjoy a stein or two. They'll have a reserved table in the Hofbrau tent. So this is a great way to have a little bit of hand holding on day one in Oktoberfest. It is also the season where we start to see more Christmas market vacations booked in. I know river cruises have some amazing itineraries that feature a lot of beautiful Christmas markets in Europe, but there is a lot going on apart from the rivers of Europe, some beautiful places to experience the holidays. Prague is a great example. The festival, just like anywhere else in Europe, the Christmas markets can get really busy. And so having a guide to take you to several Christmas markets, learn about the traditions, know what food you need to sample that's really traditional to the destination. And of course, there's plenty of time for shopping. Now, as we like to say, if Netflix is going there, we probably are too. Europe plays the background to many movie and TV shows, and there's a wonderful way to kind of blend the authentic history of a destination with kind of the pop culture history of how the place was used as a film destination. So this portfolio has grown leaps and bounds over the last few years, and I'm sure that trend will only continue. One of the most popular options we've seen lately is our Game of Thrones tour in Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik, the walled city, it really is a trip back in time, so it's no wonder that the beautiful city was used as the backdrop for filming Game of Thrones and quite a few other movies as well. I think there's some Star Wars that was filmed here, but Game of Thrones really put Dubrovnik on the map as well. So this tour allows clients to learn kind of those behind the scenes information and intel about the filming here, as well as the really incredible history of Croatia over the centuries. And we can offer a lot more than the movies and TV shows that are trending on Netflix right now. There are some awesome tours that kind of bring to life some of those classic and cult favorite movies like The Sound of Music or The Godfather in Sicily. Of course, with the Sound of Music tour, you get to visit Salzburg, learn all these behind the scenes stories, and you also will learn how to make crisp apple strudel. And last, but certainly not least, what brings a lot of advisors to us in the first place is helping with those pre and post cruise extensions. With no minimum dollar spend or minimum night required, we can really help kind of flesh out those cruise itineraries and offer some unique experiences in the port cities and beyond. And this is really important to mention, especially when it comes to some of the logistics around getting to and from the cruise ports. Rome is the perfect example of this. It can take 90 minutes to get from central Rome to the cruise terminal. Rome is a little bit inland, so it is a proper trip to get all the way out to the cruise terminal. And if your clients are landing in Rome the same day as their cruise departs, they're really only going to see Rome from the inside of a taxi window. So a pre-cruise extension not only offers them time to enjoy the eternal city and do a bit of sightseeing before the cruise departs, but it's also a great way to buffer against any potential airfare delays, buffer against jet lag. They can kind of, sleep in and wake up rested and ready for their cruise. So we always recommend a couple of nights if they can swing it pre-cruise in whatever port city they're departing from. All right, next up, I want to share some resources and some recent news, different initiatives that we've rolled out here at Europe Express in just the last few months, actually. It is the perfect time to start working with us at Europe Express because we rolled out a reward program this year. It's called Passport to Perks, and it is a great way to earn some travel cash or cash on every single booking that you make with Europe Express. You're enrolled automatically. There's nothing manual that you need to do to register for this program or keep track of all of your booking numbers. We take care of all of that for you. You have a dashboard on our website, so you can always see what travel cash you've accrued and how close you are to the next tier. As you can see here, you get a badge for every tier that you achieve, starting with the ambassador, and then insider, expert, and elite. And Passport to Perks also unlocks accessibility to Europe Express FAMs that we run a few in the fall and a few in the spring every year. So there's a lot of great benefits. And again, there's nothing you need to do to opt in for it. You are automatically rolled in. So once you are registered with Europe Express and log into our website, when you're logged in, you'll see this reward tab that I'm circling there. So this is always there for you, and it's your kind of landing page for all things Passport to Perks. You can see how much travel cash you have. You can see all the different tiers and what you are eligible for. And of course, it'll also link you to your business development manager if you have questions about Passport to Perks or need further support. So that's always available for you, at any stage, any tier of Passport to Perks. And of course, we got to sweeten the deal a little bit for new to Europe Express travel advisors. Your first travel booking in 2025 will get you a bonus $100 travel credit. And 'tis the season for those close-in bookings. We're still seeing plenty of action, for bookings traveling later in August or into September. The FOMO for Europe is real. So we are seeing a lot of those close-in bookings coming in. So there is still plenty of time to get that bonus $100 travel credit before we kind of start turning the calendar to 2026. But all of this starts with registration. If you're not registered, I highly recommend registering today, right after this webinar. Even if you don't have a quote ready to go yet, it's so much easier if we just have you in the system and ready to go. So when you do have that first quote that comes across your desk, you're already ready to fire it off, and there's not going to be any administrative hangups. This QR code here, if you have your phone handy, you can snap that and that will get you to the registration page, or just at europeexpress.com. There'll be a registration tab that'll prompt you to put in the information we need to get the process started. And we always recommend, if you are an IC or work for a host agency, we recommend using your locally based address where you are physically located, not a headquarters. That ensures that we can connect you with the BDM who is geographically closest to you. Right now, our registration does process in about 24 hours, so you should be able to get in the system, ready to rock and roll in just about a day. And once you do have those quote requests coming in, we have 4 different ways for you to actually connect with us to get the quote process started. We recognize that being a travel agent is not a 9-to-5 gig, so we wanted to offer options for you to work with us in whatever way makes the most sense for your business. So you can email newquote@europeexpress.com. That is a dedicated inbox just for new quote requests. We have a web request form as well. This is really nice, as it'll prompt you to make sure you're filling in all of the necessary details and information we need to get the process started. We do have an online booking portal, so once you're registered and logged in, you can start a new reservation and kind of piece it together yourself, which is great if it's maybe just a couple nights pre or post cruise, or a destination you're really familiar with. I recommend kind of getting in and playing around with that. And you can always give us a phone call. This is a great way to connect with your specialist, kind of qualify each other, learn more about your business, and make sure that you've got that specialist who really understands you and your clientele, and that's just really going to streamline the process going forward. Now, if you're looking to explore a little bit more of europeexpress.com, see what we have to offer, I recommend diving into some of our suggested itineraries, which you can access from that destinations tab. So pick any country, see these suggested itineraries we have. It'll give you a good taste of kind of what a great first time to that destination itinerary would be. These are taken from itineraries that our specialists have built, and they're a great way to start the conversation or share inspiration with your clients. We can replicate these if your clients say, yes, that's exactly it, that's what I want. But typically, we find this is just a good blueprint to start the conversation and find out a little bit more about your clients' wants and needs, and we can certainly curate and craft an itinerary based on this or completely different. And if you do opt in for our newsletters, we always post when we have new sample itineraries added. We're developing those all the time and adding them to this library, so make sure to opt in for our newsletters and you'll be the first to know about any new sample itineraries that we're rolling out. If you're curious to learn more about all of the sightseeing and tours that we have on offer, under travel services, you can get to our hub for sightseeing. You can browse by country, so you can pull up Belgium or Ireland and see a incredible laundry list of cool tours and experiences you could read more about. And you can also search by keyword as well. If you know your clients are looking for a cooking class, or they want to do something about wine, that's also a great way to kind of filter down all of those sightseeing options by going via search. So yeah, you can plug in cooking class, and this is going to bring you a list of all the cooking classes we have across Europe. We've got Greece there, we've got Italy, Paris, all kinds of amazing experiences across Europe. And last but certainly not least, this gets forgotten about a little bit, but we do offer these amazing city guides. These are great to send to your clients, maybe in the lead up to their trip when they've already booked and they've got the trip locked in, and now it's just the waiting game until they get on the plane. I highly recommend downloading these city guides. It offers a lot of detailed information, what the traditional food is, if there's any cultural events happening, what the tipping culture is, some really great things to do and see, and just handy information for travelers. So this is a great way to kind of keep connected with your clients in the lead up to their trip. And now if you are the one looking to go to Europe as well, which aren't we all, you can always take advantage of what we call our FAM rates. So we do offer travel advisor discounts. If you want to travel to Europe and check out our services, you can certainly make a booking at a discounted rate with us at Europe Express. But the first place I recommend starting off is to connect with your business development manager. These are how our territories are divided out. Again, we want to make sure we can connect you to the BDM based in your local state. So be sure to register under your physical geographic location, not a headquarters address, and that'll connect you with the right business development manager. So you can find them at europeexpress.com/sales team. The links to the BDM kind of homepage is pretty prominent on our website, so you should be able to find them. This quick link page will also connect you both to registration if you need, as well as connect you to your BDM. So I'll hover here for just a minute if you want to grab that QR code, or just pull that quick links URL and plug it into your browser. That is a great place to start to make sure you get the resources you need right out of the gate. All right, and that about does it for me. I'll leave this slide here for just a minute and we'll start going through the Q&A. Love to see so many questions come through. Yeah, we've got advisors calling in from Arizona. We got Ontario. Welcome, Canada. Charlene, yes, ma'am, we are recording this webinar, so you can refer back to it anytime you need. You'll be sent the recording once the webinar wraps, so you'll always have access to this information. Frank, yes, we do offer travel advisor rates. Just a few slides back, I mentioned what we call our FAM rates, so you could absolutely travel with us at Europe Express at a reduced rate. Hi, Paul, new advisor, welcome. Excited to have you here. Hopefully this helps get you started, get you off on the right foot. Let's see. Do you white label, and what itinerary platform do you use? Currently, we don't. That is something that we're looking into. We now have the tech capability to kind of start investigating more of those types of services. So stay tuned for that. We do price gross with the commission percentage listed there. So any itinerary that we create for you is going to have an advisor version that shows the commission split out, and the client version is just going to have that lump sum. It's not going to split out or list individual services. The client invoice, itinerary, anything you send from us to your clients is just going to have that lump sum cost on there. Do you work with all types of budgets or just luxe? Yeah, Paul, so 3 to 5 star, at least on the accommodation side, is really where we sit. Majority of our bookings come in at about that 4 star. I know that's a little vague because there isn't a standardized hotel star system, that everyone in the world adheres to. But yeah, we do see 4 star as kind of the bulk of our bookings, and what kind of the standard that American travelers tend to expect in Europe. Kathleen says, I have a small group planning a pre-cruise stay in December 2026 in Zurich. When would you have the best hotel availability for December 2026? Yeah, so this is kind of the season where we are rolling out those contracts for the following year. Definitely summer, we're going to have, locked and loaded very quickly. December 2026, I would say maybe in the next, actually it's August already. We should have that pretty soon. So Kathleen, I'll grab your contact details. I can see it from your registration. Make sure that you get the quote you need. Even if it's not available on our website, working with our specialists, they should be able to quote you for any time in 2026 at this stage in the year. Do you do cruise tours while in port with transfers from port? That's a good question, Stacy. I think sometimes we do. It can be tricky because it's not just a matter of a pickup point at a certain time. A lot of it, varies by the cruise line schedule. So let me get back to you on that. But we do transfers to and from cruise ports for sure. Lawton asks, can you book a package for 2 couples, so 4 travelers, 3 days in London, Eurostar to Paris, 3 days in Paris, without lodging or air? Yes, so we could absolutely do the sightseeing and the on ground transportation for a booking like that. Just be mindful that with the Eurostar tickets, we need to have the value of the booking 2.5 times the value of those Eurostar tickets. But if they are doing, a lot of sightseeing, if they're first timers to London and Paris, I'm sure we can. It'll work with those minimum requirements. But yes, airfare is not required to book with us. We can do, land-based as well. Are there clientele forms we need to fill out for each client with a group booking? I think this is kind of up to how each group seller and how you as an agent function. We can certainly let you know all the elements we need from your passengers for a group. A lot of advisors who are group sellers already have some type of form or use like DocuSign or something to get that information they need. So it does vary, but if that's something that you need to kind of put together for future groups, we can certainly help. Frank asked, do you offer Greenland as a destination? Not yet, but I'm really hoping we do in the coming years. I don't think we've seen, quite enough interest in it just yet, but I know we are now offering direct flights there that I don't think we ever had, at least in the US before. So hopefully that's going to open some doors to offer Greenland in the future. Do you use mobile-friendly itinerary programs like Travefy? That is something we currently have in the works as well. I don't know the launch date for that or anything, but we are working with Travefy to get that launched. Fingers crossed it comes through super soon because we've got many advisors who are anxious to have that option. Michelle, is it possible to get a copy of the slides? We don't share slides, but this webinar is being recorded, so you can always refer back to it anytime you need. And we use the GoToWebinar platform, and the library recordings do allow you to toggle the speed as well. If you want to slow it down, if you're not super sick of my voice yet, you can slow it down to take notes or just, pause in places that you need, to take notes on. I also recommend reaching out to your business development manager as well. They'll schedule, a coffee date with you or a phone call, a virtual meeting to make sure that you get clarity, on anything that you have questions about or that we didn't cover today. Susan, fantastic webinar. Well, thank you very much. I hope it was helpful. Do passport to perks expire? Great question. They are valid for like 24 months. So, we can appreciate if you're accruing travel cash in 2025, there might not be time for you to book in and figure out your own vacation, so you can use them the following year as well. So if you've got, a few $100s of travel cash in the bank, you could absolutely put that to a Europe trip or maybe a cruise extension in 2026 and make sure you utilize all that travel cash. Kathleen asked, what is the normal turnaround time for a quote? Absolutely, wonderful question. We are at less than 24 hours right now for quote turnaround time. So assuming we have all of the required information we need to, to create that quote, they are coming in under 24 hours. Janice, I'm going to a symposium where I need to do training for vendors. We are also, it's another work in progress for us, is having more of a training academy, training modules for travel advisors. We don't offer that currently, but in our webinar library, I would say there's a few different webinars that I would highlight that would really give you a solid foundation aside from this one. We do have a dedicated private groups webinar, which is a really great baseline to learn more about private group travel in Europe. We do offer a pre and post cruise webinar as well that dives a little bit deeper into our offerings and some of the packages that we see clients want for pre and post cruise. So I would check that one out as well. And then maybe one of our destinations. We've done Destination Ireland or Croatia, some deep dives into some of our growing destinations. So I would say between those four, that would give you a really solid base in all things Europe Express. So yeah, we can offer deposits. I think it's usually about $300 per person, but that might vary if there is air on the booking. So a little asterisk on that one. But yes, absolutely, you can have your clients place a deposit and then make payments over time. All right, Marcia, I have clients interested in a post-cruise tour, 4 days in Portofino and Cinque Terre. I don't see many options for hotels on our website. Yeah, our website does have some limitations. I highly recommend connecting with your Europe specialist, or reach out via email or give us a call to connect to a specialist. Yeah, absolutely. Get in touch with our team to get a quote. Our website, we are building it out. It has grown quite a bit, but it doesn't have every single offering in our portfolio front and center. So absolutely. I have a concern about over tourism in Europe. Is that a concern? Yeah, that's absolutely a big consideration for us. And we do have sustainability initiatives at Europe Express that we're developing, and just a lot of awareness that we try and offer to kind of counteract over tourism. We do, if your clients have any flexibility, we recommend traveling in the shoulder season. So that's like October, November, or March, April, May. That alone is a huge help for local destinations. It kind of, for tourism reliant places, it kind of stretches their season, knowing that they're going to have travelers visit in the shoulder season, not have everything crunched into June, July, and August. So that's a great way to do it. And we have really grown our portfolio of destinations. London, Paris, Rome, they're always going to be top selling destinations, and for good reason. They're beautiful places, well worth visiting. But we are starting to see more interest, and therefore growing our portfolio in places like Belfast instead of Dublin, or Sevilla instead of Madrid. So we are seeing those kind of secondary and tertiary cities in Europe growing, and I think it is in direct response to to over tourism, or that fear. It also makes Europe a lot more affordable if we're visiting outside of the summer busy season, and adding in time to visit some of those secondary destinations as well. You kind of have the place more to yourself. Your travel dollars stretch farther. So there are certainly easy ways to kind of combat over tourism. And I think a lot of it is just kind of having that open dialogue and qualifying questions with your clients. They might say, June to Paris when they're perfectly flexible with it. They just need to know that they can see and do everything that they want in early spring or late fall, whatever the case may be. So obviously it's something I'm passionate about. I can go on for a long time, but I'll I'll wrap it up as we are at an hour. Thank you everyone for your time and all of these wonderful questions. I can get back on my soapbox about over tourism at a later time. How far in advance can you reserve or book a trip? If clients want to get a deal but want time to pay it off. Yeah, absolutely. Most clients do just lock in their trip with a deposit and make payments over time. And we can also add services over time as well. If they, see a great airfare deal, we can get those hotels and that airfare locked in, and then like add in some of the sightseeing later on. So it doesn't have to be all or nothing. We can develop the trip over time. Custom travel there's nothing really transactional about it. It is all about that relationship and qualifying your clients and having that open dialogue. With airfare airfare to Europe is typically available 11 months in advance. So if they are seeing a deal on airfare, right now the latest that's going to be for is July. But we can also lock in some hotels and land-based components as well and add in the airfare later. So yeah, there is flexibility there. All right. Do your quotes show itemized prices? Great question, Sabine. Only on the advisor version of your documents. You will see itemized prices. There's also, this is a great tip, there also is a place to add in a fee for you as an advisor. So if you do typically offer a booking fee, you can add that there, and that is not going to be split out or show as itemized in your client's version. They're just going to see that lump sum for the whole trip, which really helps to avoid that price matching that just is can be really problematic and makes it really harder to confirm those bookings. So yeah, they're just going to see the lump sum. City guides are on the website. They are behind the advisor login, Jessica. So so we got to make sure you're registered first. So when you are registered, you log in at europeexpress.com, and that's going to open a whole lot of resources that are not available to anyone who stumbles on our website and isn't a travel agent. A lot of the good stuff is behind that advisor login. So once you're logged in, you'll see a resources tab. City guides are going to be listed under there. All right, Sandy, I'm a new advisor. My first client is looking for a trip to Europe next summer. Beautiful. I sent a minimal idea of what she was looking for and was amazed at the detailed itinerary sent back from Europe Express. Wonderful. That's like what we love to hear. Yeah, our goal is you don't have to be an expert in Europe to sell amazing expert itineraries to Europe. So that is exactly what we want to hear. Thank you so much, Sandy. Raphael, do you have a Facebook group for travel advisors? We don't, but that is something that's been kind of tossed around. So maybe we will get that going. In the meantime, I recommend looking up our business development managers. It'll say Europe Express BDM, Chad, or Chris, or Matt. So look them up. They post all kinds of great resources. They'll put up what they call copy paste posts, which will have like an itinerary that you can just copy and paste all of the text and put it in your own Facebook post to kind of put some inspiration out there for your clients. All right. Any more questions? I understand if people have to jump, we are well over the hour, but I will happily stick around, make sure everyone's questions are answered. Is your contracted air flexible? No payment required until final payment. So there is a deposit required for contracted air, but I think the contracted air does give us more flexibility in terms of date changes and things like that. So there is flexibility with it. Yeah. And best wishes for your upcoming wedding. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting married in October. Super excited. The current honeymoon debate still rages on, but we'll figure it out. All right, I'm not seeing any more questions come through, so I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time today. There will be a little survey. It's 4 or 5 questions that'll pop up after the webinar concludes. If you have a moment, please give us your feedback. It really does inform all of the educational content that we develop here at Europe Express. So thank you again so much, and we look forward to working with you. Take care, everybody.